Good morning, children. Saira, welcome to this session. Today we are going to continue with the lesson. Lesson number 8, When I Was 12, part 3. We have done two parts of it. Okay, in that we learned about R.K. Lakshman. Who's the author of this lesson, children? We learned he was R.K. Lakshman, and we read about him, and saw that it is a autobiography where Lakshman went to which school? Kannada Municipal School. Okay, it was in Karnataka, Mysore. And in those days, even the municipal school was very good. Okay, even the Mysore Maharaja took a lot of interest in that school, and it was well maintained and very nice. It was an elegant school, not like the municipal school that we are having nowadays. Okay, and in that there were amazing, very good teachers also. They were teaching very well, and but Lakshman had fear for which subject? Arithmetics, maths. Okay, he had a lot of fear for his arithmetic teachers, so that's why even simple addition like 3 plus 4 mangoes, okay, that also he was finding it difficult. Okay, because main thing he had fear for his teacher. The arithmetic teacher was not very rude. He was not at all compassionate. He was very rude, and he was so harsh. Okay, and he was always beating them. So they, even if they know the answer, nobody was ready to give the answer because of the fear that he might beat them. Okay, one day what happened? Lakshman was sitting on the last bench and sir was teaching, isn't it? Arithmetic sir was teaching, and he hid behind the other children, because you all also do that, isn't it? You sit in the last row, you think the teachers cannot see you all, and you hide behind the children and you do something in your notebook. But automatically teachers will see, isn't it? Same way he was drawing unintentionally, subconsciously, he was drawing the caricature. He was doing the sketch, and when he realized, when sir came and pierced his ears, that time he came to know that sir had come near him, and he asked him if it was his sketch. That time he told no, but the sir came to know because that drawing was it was like a tiger's face with the man. Okay, why did he draw? Because of the fear. He was so rude man, this teacher. So his caricature showed his quality. Okay, from that incident, he realized that he was very good in this profession of caricature. He started doing the sketch from the age of 3. Okay, he was so good. So whenever he has time, what he used to do, sit in one corner and start doing this sketching. He's doing sketching. Okay, and we saw that in the second video, how when he goes in the town bus, when he see people coming out, he feels that they are like monkeys and giraffes. Okay, so he always sees the things in another way. Okay, and he will do the sketching according to that. Okay, when people enjoy it, because it is they're going to laugh on other people. He's drawing on other people, so everybody enjoys this caricature. Another incident in the second video, we have seen that it is the incident of his sister's wedding. Usually in South India, who is given more importance? It is the cook. Okay, so the cook is given more importance because he has to prepare food, and then all people, because we all remember the food we eat in the wedding, isn't it? Okay, so he was given more importance, and when he came inside, all stood up with respect. Okay, and they asked him what he wants to have, and all were just giving him a lot of respect because he was the one very important person in a wedding. And when this discussion was going on, what he wanted for the list, they had to prepare the list. So what he wanted for the wedding, this Lakshman was sitting in one corner, and he started doing his caricature. Okay, and he was just hearing the discussion going on. Let us read more about the discussion which is going in for discussion for Lakshman's sister's wedding. Okay, he was sitting in one corner and listening to the discussion. It seemed like they were ordering enormous quantities of food, but in those days everything was so cheap. Discussions ended. He was about to go when someone said, "You can't leave without coffee. Of course, it won't be good, but we'll be highly honored." So he sat on. Okay, so what happened? But they felt that he was ordering a lot of food, enormous quantities of food, because but what they were in those days, it was not that costly, it was not that as it is now, so it was cheap, so it was not did not matter much. And then after that, in of putting the list, all the discussions are over, and one person said, you have to have coffee and go, you should not leave without drinking having coffee. Then somebody is telling, I know it will not be that good. That means his coffee was the best, isn't it? But still, we'll be honored if you have this coffee. So when hearing this, what did the cook do? He sat on. Okay, he was happy to hear that. Everybody was relaxed. To get the man himself was difficult, but to get the man to sit down and have coffee. At that time, one of my cousins saw my caricature and began to giggle. Ha 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 ha. The laughter spread like wildfire. Everyone wanted to have a look at the sketch. Okay, so after he sat down to drink coffee, they are telling, to get the man himself was difficult. To find the man, to bring the cook itself was difficult. But to get the man to sit down and have coffee. And main thing, he was ready to sit and have a coffee is even more difficult than that. But what was Lakshman doing in that time? He was sitting in one corner and doing his caricature, isn't it? So one of his cousin saw his caricature and began to giggle. Giggle means to laugh in a silly way that you cannot control. Yes? See, sometimes it happens like this. You cannot even control your laughter. You burst out laughing without any reason. Okay, that is called as giggle. Everyone wanted to have a look at the sketch. So all were because he was laughing so much, everybody there was distraction in that group, and they wanted to come and see what he had drawn, so that why his cousins were laughing so much. Okay, so everybody wanted to have a look at his sketch. The group started moving towards me behind the pillar, so all started coming near him. The man found his circle had diminished because all people were crowded him. The cook, isn't it, first? Now all started coming near Lakshman, and they wanted to see in his sketch. So all they slowly came to him. What is it? He asked good humorously. So what did he do? Okay, humorously they asked. He was laughing and he was asking, why? What happened? What is that? Okay, he came and asked because Lakshman was drawing something and all wanted to have a look, and they were curious to know why his cousins were laughing. Okay, so all people, they came and surrounded Lakshman. Everybody thought it was good likeness, but he took one look and fell grimly silent. I am not going to cook for this marriage, he said, and began to make his way out. Okay, everybody thought it was a good likeness, but he took one look and fell grimly silent. That means everybody thought, all saw that and all were just smiling. But what did this cook do? He saw that and he became very angry, grimly, in a very serious manner. Okay, he became very serious. And what did he say? I am not going to cook for this marriage, he said in a very rude manner, and he began to make his way out. He wanted to go away from there. Okay, members of the family, senior ICS officers and others in high government posts ran after him. You have called me here to insult me, he said. I have cooked for the Maharaja. Okay, so who all were there? They were very senior post people like senior ICS, Indian Civil Service people, officer was there, and other high government post people, even the officers, many officers were there. They all, what did they do? They left and all ran behind the cook. You have, what is the cook telling now? You have called me here to insult me. He's telling, you have called me and this small boy is drawing something and you are insulting me. He said, he's telling, I have cooked for the Maharaja. He's telling, I have cooked even for the King Mysore Maharaja. Okay, I am such an important cook and you are insulting me so much. Okay, I have I have cooked for Supreme Court judges. Okay, I have cooked for, but never I have been insulted like this. Goodbye, thank you, and he stomped out. Then a very clever uncle was called upon to woo him back. How he did it is another story. Okay, so it's telling, I have, what is it cook telling? I have cooked for Supreme Court judges, very important people, judges also. I have cooked for, there is endless for him. He has got a big list. But never have I been insulted like this. It's like nobody has insulted me so much. Goodbye, thank you. He's very angry. And he stomped out. Stomp means to stop or destroy. Usually, I just want to leave away from here. Then a very clever uncle was called upon. One uncle was called upon. Clever uncle was there in the group. He was called upon to woo him back, to persuade, to pacify, to bring him back, to console him. How he did it is another so. So this part is only there. How he consoled him, how he persuaded him, that is another story. You can see in this picture how Lakshman is drawing the cook and he's so angry and he is walking away, isn't it? And see all the people, they're looking at this sketch and laughing. And he was insulted and he is moving away from that place. You can see in this picture, you can see Lakshman is a small boy. He's sitting in one corner. When all were discussing, he was sitting and he was doing his caricature. See this picture. Okay, now let us continue. You might think I was roundly scolded for this major catastrophe. I wasn't. My family always supported me. I don't know why. As an enlightened family, my parents neither encouraged me nor discouraged me. Okay, he's telling, you might think I was roundly scolded for this major disaster. He's telling, did they scold him? No, nobody scolded. Because he did such a blunder, because the cook was very important during that time in a wedding, and as he was drawing, the cook was very angry. He got angry, isn't it? He's telling, my family always supported, his family always supported him, but he does not know the reason why. Okay, as an enlightened family, my parents neither encouraged me nor discouraged. He's telling, his parents were so cooperative, they did not even encourage him, okay, for drawing the sketches, nor they discouraged me. They left him as he was. They did not even encourage nor discourage him. Okay, mercifully they left me alone. He's telling, they left him alone as he was. These same parents left me with a piece of chalk at the age of 3. This changed to a pencil at the age of 6 or 7. Then came color pencils and paint boxes. I am grateful to them, and they were very proud of me as I progressed from class to class. Okay, still this same parents only had given him at the age of 3, they had given him chalk, because in that age when you give a piece of chalk or a pencil, you try to draw, isn't it? Same way Lakshman, he was using a chalk piece and he was doing some sketches at the age of 3, and the age of 6 or 7 they had given him pencil. Okay, and then they bought him color pencils, paint boxes, so, and he is very grateful to his parents because, and they are also very proud of Lakshman because he progressed from class to, he improved, isn't it? From the age of 3 he has started doing the sketches and he improved from progressed from class to class. Understood, children? So this is the lesson we have completed with the lesson. What was this lesson main about? It was about R.K. Lakshman's experiences. First incident was in the Kannada Municipal School. Okay, and there he was frightened of which teacher? Arithmetic teacher. Once he got scolding because he had drawn a caricature of this rude arithmetic sir, isn't it? And his ears was pierced, was twisted, isn't it, by the sir. Okay, he got punishment because he that caricature unintentionally he had drawn his the sir. It was so like a face of the tiger and the body was like a man. Okay, so he got punishment for this. The next incident is about the cook. Okay, now it was about when his sister was going to get married. A cook was called, and the cook was given a lot of importance, and they were praising the cook, and they were giving him honor. They offered him coffee. That time, what there was Lakshman, you saw that picture also. He was sitting in one corner and he was drawing. He was doing the funny sketch of whom? The cook. Okay, when his cousin saw that, he started giggling, and all the crowd, the people, they came to see that picture of the caricature, and all started laughing, and the cook was insulted. He walked away very rudely. That time, an uncle, very pleasant, an uncle came, and he spoke to him, and he persuaded him. He pacified him. He told, that was another story that is not explained. How did he pacify him? Okay, and he's telling he is very grateful to his parents because they had bought from pencil, then color pencils, paint box, and they were also happy because he progressed from class to class. Hope you all understood this lesson, children. Go through the textbook, underline the hard words. Okay, if you read the textbook once full lesson, you will understand it much better. Hope you just go through the lesson, children. Thank you. We will see you in the next video. Thank you, children. Sai Ram.